For its type, it's the most powerful dig on land. And steam and diesel engines are the power behind the docks, industries and branch lines to make out the world-renowned the Tugs Railway. This is the tales of British Railway.
Hello, Sir Francis Drake.
Oh, hello, Olivia.
Are you alright? You look exhausted.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, it's like this. I'm not the only Queen Charlene Cavalira's private loco. I'm also the only engine that works on her railway. So I have to handle all the goods, passengers, and shunting. Don't get me wrong, I am happy to be her private engine, and I'm glad I have plenty of work to do, especially after I reformed myself. But the workload is getting too much for me. Also, I haven't been getting enough sleep.
Hello, Olivia. Is there something wrong? You look worried.
I am Tencent. It's Sir Francis Drake.
That reformed Southern Railway Lord Nelson who used to be rude, bossy and boastful? What about him?
Well, he told me earlier that he's got so much work to do at Queen Charlene's kingdom and that he hasn't been getting enough rest.
Oh dear, that sounds serious.
So, have you got any advice for me, Tencent?
Well, it's not much, but what I think you need to do is to let it take its course and hope for the best.
Yes, I've heard about that too. But I think what you need to do is let it take its course. Tencent's already said that. Well, he's right, you know. Sometimes if you let it take time, something will eventually turn out okay. I suppose I just wish I could do something to help Sir Francis Drake. I've got it! You have an idea, Olivia? Yes, DOA. I think I know how to help Sir Francis Drake out. How? Well, Sir Francis Drake is the only engine on Queen Charlene's railway, right? Right? Which means he currently works alone. And here on Dale's Railway, you don't work alone. That's right. I have some friends here to help me out. And... oh, I see the problem. Sir Francis Drake has no one to help him. Exactly! Sir Francis Drake struggles with his work because there are no other engines to help him. But if there were other engines there, he wouldn't have to work so hard.
And I thought that too. Olivia, your theory is correct. Sir Francis Drake is struggling because he's the only engine on Queen Charlene's railway. Queen Charlene Cavalira has only just recently realised this. So with my help, she's going to get some more engines to help Sir Francis Drake.
That's wonderful, Daniel. Agreed. So who are these engines?
I'm glad you asked, DOA. Charlene has got in touch with 3 royal friends of hers and they have made arrangements for those royal friends and their own engines to come and live here, and the engines will help Sir Francis Drake.
3 new engines, huh? Well, I guess that's a start. I agree. What are the names, Daniel?
Well, there's a maroon tank named Atlas. She's owned by a squirrel princess named Princess Bethany May.
Okay.
Another engine is Max the Thompson tank. He's owned by Queen Snowby, a snow leopard queen.
That's amazing. So who's the third engine?
The third is a large maroon and yellow diesel named David. He's owned by a red rabbit princess named Princess Emma. Believe me, David is a kind-hearted soul and he has full respect for steam engines.
Ha ha! Even better. Yeah, even better.
Also, Queen Charlene got in touch with them at the right time because their home railways have gone out of business.
Goodness me, that's horrible. Yeah, why have they gone out of business?
Well, several reasons. 1. Most of the mines and industries have gone into serious debt and have had to close. 2. Most of their railways have become worn out and the workmen don't want to bother with restoring them, despite the royalties protesting against that. And 3. Most of the areas around those railways are becoming unsafe, like a large rock from the cliff could fall at any moment. So I'm afraid those railways have had to close down.
Gosh, that is really bad. Yeah, I know that feeling very well. Some of the routes on my home railway, the LMS, also went down the drain.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, these 3 engines are to start giving Sir Francis Drake some help.
That's great, Daniel. When will they be arriving?
Today, apparently. They should be here any minute. That might be them now.
Here we are, Mr. Wells.
Excellent. Thank you all for coming on such short notice.
Oh, we're glad to help.
Welcome at last, Max and David. I'm Duchess of Athol, the Fox Railway's #1. And I'm Olivia Bickley. I'm a visitor from the United States.
Nice to meet you too.
Duchess of Athol? Say, you wouldn't be the Duchess of Athol who has her own series on YouTube, would you?
Why, yes I am. You see my adventures?
Our driver showed them to us on their phones. We found that it was you who helped Sir Francis Drake mend his ways.
I was. And you 3 were called in to help him.
Oh, well, if he's now a better engine, we'll be glad to help him.
Good. Won't he be surprised to see you 3? Well, here he is. May I ask what's going on? Sir Francis Drake, these 3 engines have come to work with you on your railway. You mean I don't have to work all on my own anymore? No, you don't.
So we arranged some more engines to help you.
You did? Just for me?
Of course. We can see that you were struggling with your work.
So we figured it was time you had help. So Sir Francis Drake, I hope you will treat Atlas, Max and David as equals. So no being rude, bossy and boastful. Me? Rude, bossy and boastful? No, those days are over.
And we're very glad to hear it.
Also, Sir Francis Drake, you could have considered all your work you did on your own as punishment for being so arrogant back then. When the last eagle flies over the last crumbling mountain, and the last lion roars at the last dusty fountain, in the shadow of the forest, though she may be old and worn, they will stare unbelieving at the last unicorn. When the first breath of winter through the flowers is icing, passing, and it seems like all is dying, and would leave the world to mourn. In the distance, hear the laughter of the last unicorn. I'm alive. I'm alive. When the last moon is cast over the last star of morning, and the future has passed without even a last desperate warning, then look into the sky where through the clouds a path is torn. Look and see her, how she sparkles. It's the last